Welcome to Connect the Dots, a podcast where we unlock the stories that connect each and every one of us. Hosted by me, Zach Day, in partnership with Kenect Nashville. How do you connect?
That's the age-old question, isn't it? We're back, people. We are back with another episode of Connect the Dots podcast. I am your host, Zach Day, coming to you all the way from Kenect Phoenix in Phoenix, Arizona, in my little office setup here. It's kind of hard because this office, there's no natural light, so I kind of have to create my own lighting and stuff like that. And I've got my cool little lights back here, but they don't translate that well on camera. I'm trying to figure it out. But you know, I'm doing the best I can. Hey, what's most important is that you guys can hear us. We got good quality sound, and you know, we look cute too. So that's, you know, that's great. But I'm doing the best I can. You guys might hear someone kind of agreeing with me in the background here.
Yes.
And that's because I have a guest with us this week, my dear friend, Keely Ray. How's it going, Keely?
I'm doing fabulous, Zach Day. How are you?
Zach Day and Keely Ray. Wait, that's got a ring to it. I like that.
I love that. It
I'm
rhymes.
doing well. What have you been up to today? All the way in Nashville, Tennessee. You've been busy.
Yes.
I mean, you're always busy because...
Yes.
Yeah, you do a lot of work for us. So what have you been up to today?
Oh my gosh. I have been just recovering from my birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you so much. It's crazy. I'm 29. It's going to be my last year of my 20s, so going to live it up.
You have to. How was it? What did you guys get into?
Oh my gosh, we had a really fun private event for my birthday. I invited all my friends, and Kate got to come with her fiance, and we did karaoke, and we had some food from Mama Jen, and some drinks from Denise, so it was really fun.
Wow. Those are like all my favorite people. That's amazing. I love
that.
Well, that sounds fun. Oh,
Yes,
I know.
it was
I miss
great.
you guys so much. I was just in Nashville, and I wanted to come visit. But I just was only there for like one night, so I kind of had to just kind of like boom, and go, because I was doing this like event thing for something else. But I was just like, man, I wish I could come by and seen everybody. But I'll be back in a couple weeks, actually. So.
Oh, awesome! Oh,
Yes.
good. We'd love to see you. So
I'm gonna try to make it happen. I'm gonna try to swing by. But well, that's awesome. And then this morning you've just been recovering / working.
Yeah, my boyfriend surprised me at my party, so that was really sweet.
Oh,
And we
that is
just
so nice.
hung out at Losers after, so I'm like,
Right. It's
Feeling like a
been a
zombie.
day. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you made it to the
Yes.
podcast. Hey, we won't take up
Thank
too much
you.
of your time. I just want to,
worries.
share the greatness that is Keely. Let me tell you all this. Like whenever I was at Kenect Nashville, just when Keely started working there, she just has such a positive energy, a great, beautiful attitude, a light. And I
Look
just
who's
enjoyed
talking.
being around you. Oh, well, I mean, look, I just was like, oh, it's refreshing. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you don't get that kind of
good.
energy. And like, you've just been like super, super helpful to me. And
Oh,
I thank you
good.
so much for all the help that you've given me for not only just like being a member of Kenect, but with this podcast and with the social media. Because if y'all don't know, Keely, I mean, I'll let you kind of introduce yourself, of course, but
Yeah.
you do a lot of the social media for both Kenect Nashville and Kenect Phoenix. So can you just tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do? And
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Keely. I am the social media and events coordinator here for Kenect Nashville, and I also do the social media for Kenect Phoenix. So I get all the events planned for Nashville, and I also kind of overlook with Jenna, who's our queen, overlooking the Phoenix events as well. I assist her for some administrative tasks for that area as well. So I overlook a lot of the marketing. I help our influencers here with their creative projects. So I'm kind of all-rounded jack of all trades.
yeah, they keep you busy.
Yeah,
And
definitely. But I love it though. I love being busy and super occupied. It helps me stay motivated for sure.
Right. No, same here. And pretty much anybody, I mean, anybody
Yeah.
that's on this podcast is the same exact way. Just
Yes.
busy and constantly like on their stuff. So-
Always, all the time. But we love
Yeah,
it. That's what we
so-
do.
And not only do you do the social media, but you also, part of that includes like this podcast helping me publish it and post about it and put clips on the social media channels, and that has always been super helpful because I mean, like, I can't do it all, and so I have to have help. You know what I mean? So thank you.
Absolutely. Of course. I get it. Because you have your own stuff going on, and I have my own stuff, but I totally love helping you out because I know it's a lot to remember, and it's a lot to input. Like, you have to put the descriptions in and the episode titles, and you have to edit the clips together, and do a preview, and put on your Instagram, and all the socials.
Right. Yes.
It's a lot.
And it is a lot. But I think that Riverside does a good job of, like, kind of clipping certain things, and so that's good, you know.
Yes. Quality's
but
great.
I mean, it's just a lot. Like, people might not understand that, like, it's a lot of work that goes into doing these podcast episodes because, like, I have to, like, film it, book the interviews, come up with questions, like, get to know these people genuinely, and then be like, do you want to come do the podcast? And then I have to edit the podcast and publish it, and so it's just, and put up all these lights and cameras and mics and
no games,
do the theme song, and it's a lot.
We don't play.
It's worth it. It's worth it because it's just been so fun to be able to meet all these different types of people, and then like the last couple episodes. I got to interview my friend Zan, and she was on The Voice with me, and so like she was here. So I was like, and she's also been to Kenect Nashville, so I was like, this is a perfect opportunity. Yeah, so that one's gonna be good.
Awesome.
And then my friend Maddie actually interviewed me. So like, there's gonna be a podcast where it's like just someone else interviewing me. So I'm like, oh, that's fun, you know?
Superstar, look at you.
Hey,
I love it.
Booked and blessed.
Period.
So Keely, you have been in Nashville since 2020, right?
Yes,
so that's kind of a crazy time to move there because that was like, I mean, COVID, you know?
Surreal. What a time, right? Yeah, it's insane. I moved all the way across the country from Los Angeles, California.
My
Born
second
and
home.
raised. Yes! I'm so happy you've been going to go there so much.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's been crazy.
So happy for you.
I spent the past month in LA just like doing crazy stuff, and I backlogged a bunch of these episodes so that I could just kind of like get what I got to get done and then go do my thing.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But it's been good. But yeah, LA is crazy. So you're born and raised in LA. I feel like there's not a lot of people that are like LA natives like that anymore.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Yeah, I feel like it's such a surreal experience. I absolutely loved living there so much, though. I really discovered a lot about myself, and I was always in the entertainment world ever since elementary school, so I feel like I fit right in just fine.
Yeah. I mean, I see here that you said that you kind of watched Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Yes.
And that was what like kind of got you into like, okay, I like TV or like being you know, like,
I
into
was
the culture.
inspired. Yeah, I was just so mesmerized by the characters because there are some wild people on there, let me tell you. And I was just so entertained, and I was like, I want to do something like that, but I want to twist it and make it my own version. So I just
absolutely.
You know, made content in 5th grade, and I vlogged myself with a camcorder and started editing my own videos when I was in elementary school. Yeah.
That is so funny. Pretty much same.
Really? I love that.
Yes, I started editing videos together because of stuff like that too. Like,
oh my gosh.
I had like a camcorder. My mom had like a camcorder, and like right now, actually, my sister has been like trying to digitize all these old like VHS tapes and stuff that we used to have.
That's
and,
everything.
So I've been posting them on my story, and they have been freaking crazy and hilarious. But then, like when I got my own like digital camera. What was it? Windows Movie Maker.
Yes, that was what I learned. Yes, I did the same thing. I taught myself everything on there, and then I just went to Premiere and Final Cut and all the fun things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I haven't really gotten into all that. I can do like iMovie.
Yes, that too. Oh, that one's so great for anyone who's trying to start out or learn just the basic essentials. I think iMovie's a great way to start for sure.
That's so funny. I mean, like, did you ever think like? I don't know. It's been interesting, like talking to my mom about this too. Is just like now my entire career is like music, but I'm also really into like social media and editing and stuff like that, videos.
Yeah.
And my mom is just like, I just think it's so funny how like you know that stuff that you were doing like when you were in like 5th and 6th grade on Windows Movie Maker, and now you like make a career out of it. And like I never thought that I would actually do something with that. Did you, or was that like, okay, I want to do this, or was it just like for fun, you know?
Yeah, pretty much. I always wanted to be some sort of entertainer most of my life, but I also knew that I wanted to do something with editing and behind the scenes stuff as well. So I kind of had this interesting shift for a little bit. I went to acting school for 2 years after high school. Yeah, and that was a very rigorous, amazing experience. But
And
then
that was in California too, right?
yeah, it was in Los Angeles, right on what is it called, La Brea Avenue, where the La Brea tar pits are kind of
Oh
nearby.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was so cool. I learned so much, and I was like, I feel like I loved acting, but I also really wanted to make money at the
Well,
same
yeah.
time. So I came up with a backup plan, and I decided to get my bachelor's in communications, and I just did a bunch of internships at production companies and edited some videos and content for them, and I realized, oh, I really like doing this, but I was also really into YouTube. So
Right.
I would go to VidCon and I would network with people, and I realized, oh my gosh, I really enjoy this social media thing. So I became immersed in social media marketing and did some internships and jobs out there as well. So that kind of like kickstarted what I'm doing now, essentially. It's really interesting how over time you kind of discover things in different avenues.
Yeah, and just like trying to figure out where you fit in and like what you're
Yeah.
gonna actually do. And like I totally
Yes.
understand that. I mean, like I question myself a lot with like music
Yeah.
because I'm like,
I
I mean,
bet.
it's probably not the best decision to make a career out of music because if you want to make money, it's like
Yeah.
borderline impossible to do it for a while, you know.
It's hard for sure, and it's so competitive. And I think what really helps people, especially if they want to be an actor or singer or musician, is to really have that confidence and to not give up on yourself. And there's always going to be criticism. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like you
And
just have
also
to
have
really
try to save money if you can because
Yes.
like it's gonna
Yes.
cost you a lot.
Oh, for sure. Especially in LA and New York and all the major cities, for sure. And Nashville even.
Right. You were doing
Yeah.
acting school and then you started doing like some of the social media stuff. What like
Yeah.
brought you to Nashville? Had you been there before? Like
Yes.
what was the
Yeah.
deciding factor for the move?
Yeah, so it's actually crazy. So my aunt has lived here for at least 20, 30 years.
Okay.
And yeah, we would always come up here to visit, and my dad would always talk about wanting to move here someday. And in the back of my mind, I was such an LA girl. I was like, I don't really want to move anywhere else. I really like where I
Right.
am. Like there's so much to do and there's pretty much everything to do there.
Yeah.
And I was really scared when he told us that we were moving because he worked in the entertainment industry for 45 years and he worked on Desperate Housewives and Scandal and
Oh, nice.
yeah, so he worked in the industry for so long, but we just couldn't afford to live there anymore, unfortunately.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah, which
wild.
sucked. Yeah, and it's hard to retire there too. So we just figured that Nashville was a good fit, and I was still really interested in the creative industry, of course. So we figured, oh, seems like it's a booming city. It seems like there's a lot of artsy stuff going on, like music, and
For
I saw
sure.
that there was an acting scene, so we just figured it was a good fit. And plus, we were close to our families, so that's what kind of brought
Okay,
us here.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you just so happen to kind of stumble across Kenect Nashville or something.
Yes, it's crazy. It was like so meant to be. I worked in retail for 3 years. Shout out to Target.
Hey, I've been there.
Yes, love that place. We love
Heard
the
of
Target
it.
Circle. Yeah, we love Brat Summer.
You're right.
Yes, I love those vinyls that they have. It's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I worked there for 3 years. I worked in Cool Springs in the Franklin area, and I when I moved here in 2020, it was so hard to find work. it was so difficult, and
Yes.
I really needed a job, so I kind of just applied anywhere. And
Yeah.
I landed at Target, and I just ended up staying there for so long, and I was kind of clueless at the time. I was like, do I want to be a manager? Do I want to stick here for a while? I wasn't really sure. But in my heart, I was really drawn to still being a creative and
Of
still being
course.
in the social media industry. And also, I really wanted to try new things and really explore other avenues for myself at the same time. So I just kept applying, and I stumbled across Kenect, and I just got a really good feeling about it. And I talked to Carol and Jenna and pretty much most of the team, and I just got the best energy, and they seemed so enthusiastic about the brand and the company, and I just got that gut feeling, So I went with it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
they're super, super nice about like
Yes.
just making you feel comfortable, and they're excited
Yes.
about it. And if they're excited about it, that
Yes.
definitely like trickles
Yeah.
down into everybody else. You know what I mean? So I
It
think
makes
it
such a
starts with them.
difference. Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes such a difference when people genuinely care about their employees too, and when they really want to
Right.
see you grow and also the brand as well. And they've been so supportive and so encouraging, and it's awesome to see and experience.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
So I'm really glad that you made it over there because I guess you've
thank
not been there
you.
that long now, right? Just like what, a year maybe or so.
Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
been 6 months.
6 months? Oh my gosh.
Yes, yes, it's crazy. It'll
That
be
is
a year
crazy.
in
It feels
April.
longer than that, but
Yeah, it does. I can't believe it. Time goes by so quick. It's insane.
it really does. Oh my gosh, tell me about it. I'm already like, oh my gosh, like it's already September, and I
Yeah.
moved here like July
Oh
1st,
my
and I'm just like,
gosh. What?
crazy. Yeah,
That's insane. Oh my goodness. And you're thriving there. I'm so proud of
I love
you.
it.
It's
Oh, thank
awesome.
you. No, I really do like it here, and like I hope to stay here for
Good.
a little bit longer because I
Yes.
think that it's Phoenix is cool. You're gonna have to come out here sometime soon and check it out.
Yes. I
Yeah,
hope soon, for sure. I really
yeah,
want to
Phoenix.
visit.
And just Connect Phoenix itself is a cool building. I'm actually
Love
performing
that.
here tomorrow. They're
Oh,
having like some sort of event, so I'll be playing some
oh,
songs and
good.
yeah,
Awesome.
it's.
I
I'm
bet they'll
hoping that
love
they
that.
can. Oh yeah, I'm hoping that they can get some more like events like that, like the pool jams at
Yeah.
Connect Nashville, which is like a huge
Yes.
thing. But
That'd be so fun.
eventually,
Oh, they'd love that.
so when you were hired at Connect
Yeah.
Nashville. Was
Yes.
it like, okay, you're going to be like the event coordinator, or was it like you're going to be like social media? Like, what was your job? What was your job title at the time, I guess? A
Yeah, basically that. I was the social media and events coordinator, so I get to
little
coordinate
bit of
and
both.
plan all the events, yeah, and work with various different vendors and also help boost their social media presence. So, and create content with their influencers. Yeah. That's pretty
Amazing.
much my
So,
title.
oh, good. Yeah. So
Yeah.
when you took on that kind of job, were you thinking like, were you excited about it? Was this something that you had been like wanting to do? Like, had you worked in other, I know you said you did some internships before. So like, did you feel confident
Yeah.
like, okay, I can take this Instagram account and really like
Yeah.
utilize these
Yes.
influencers and the people that we've been working with? Like, how did you feel about it when you first got to look at the Instagram? Like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, that's a great question. No, seriously. I definitely was so excited because I worked with influencers in the past. I was a social media intern for it's a talent agency in Los Angeles,
Okay.
and I got to help them pretty much book partnerships and also help them create content and brainstorm ideas for themselves. So I was really excited to really tackle that again. And I really just, I feel like ever since I was little, I've been a creative. So I was just really excited to kind of, look at the brand as a whole and utilize my creative vision and also implement that together and see what it would look like. So I'm always so excited to explore new opportunities and see where it goes. And I feel like working with people is something that also makes me feel really excited. So I think bringing that passion and that energy and that really happy, positive attitude really helps as well. And as far as like
Yeah.
events and stuff, like I was I was very enthusiastic about it because I did a little bit of event planning beforehand. I shout out to Tess, Hugo Boom of Nash Girls Connect. I actually helped her a lot with planning her events and also doing her social media because it was like a networking type type of industry, and she brings people together to make friendships and connections. So I really kind of wanted to bring my experience from that into the event planning side as well. So yeah, I was really
Nice.
excited. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, did
Thanks.
you look at the social media and think like, okay, like, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to ask is like, how important do you think that something like Kenect and their social media account, like, how important do you think that is to like growing the brand? I guess you would say.
Oh, it's so important because that's what we do. We connect and bring people together, and we want to really bring that exposure and really meet tons of people and just help them fulfill their dreams and help them connect with other people. So I think
Yeah.
really boosting their presence really gives us a leverage to really connect with multiple businesses. And the power of social media is honestly amazing at doing that because if you go viral, so many people are going to know who you are, and they're going to be like, oh, what's this place? This seems cool. I want to work
Right.
with them. So
Right.
it's an amazing tool for doing that.
Isn't it crazy that like, I don't know? I just feel like anytime I tell people like on the
Yeah.
outside, like, oh, I'm like an influencer at this like place where they just kind of like post.
Oh,
I
really?
post I do a podcast for this like apartment, but it's like co-living. People are
Yeah.
like, I've never heard of anything like that before, and I'm like, yeah, but
Literally.
it's like, but I think that's kind of like interesting because it really allows people like me and you and Carol and Jenna and all of them to just like put our best like creative juices
forward.
together and
Yes,
and then just like how
exactly.
can we what all can we do because it's not just an apartment building, you know what I mean? It's like so much
Exactly.
more than that, and like we are
So
really trying to
much.
take advantage of
Yeah.
social media and
Yeah.
use that as a tool, right? I don't know. It is interesting, but I think that like
Yeah,
honestly Connect is a little
totally.
bit ahead of the I don't see a lot of other people and businesses doing stuff like this, you know?
No, absolutely not. When I first came here, I was like, oh, you guys, you're not just an apartment. You do events and you do co-working and you bring like these networking opportunities here. That's so cool. It's like a WeWork sort
Concerts, like
of. Yes,
yeah.
yes. Giving out offsite tickets to your members and giving them free food on Tuesdays. Like, hello, who wouldn't
Oh
want to
my
be
goodness.
here? It's so
Exactly.
awesome. Yeah.
And that kind of stuff allows for so much filming and then content creation that you can just
Exactly.
repurpose for social media.
Yes, you can do so much with it. You can do so many things. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been good. I think that
great.
like someone like you to help run these social media accounts is like super beneficial and important to
you.
the company. So I'm really
Thank
glad they found you.
Thank you. I love networking too. Like, I love meeting other people and helping them fulfill their passions and their purpose. And I think Connect is the perfect place to do so. So,
Yeah, definitely.
yes.
So,
Lots of ideas.
what kind of advice would you give to someone who may be wanting to start out in social media management as a career? Like, how do you, like, first of all, what kind of
Yes.
advice would you give? And then secondly, like, do you
Yeah.
think that there is potential for like a long-term career in like something like social media?
Absolutely, for sure. I always tell people, I feel like with any job, also to believe in yourself because it's a super competitive job market out there, and you just have to keep trying. You have to keep going because it took me quite some time to find the right fit, especially working in retail for so long. Like, it can be easily, you can get easily discouraged when you constantly get rejected and you don't find the right position. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So it's so important to just keep trying and to keep going because the right opportunity will find you. And I definitely, in terms of like social media management and stuff, I would just say to just go for it and to be creative and to, not be afraid to talk to people. I think it's definitely, I've had people talk to me and ask for my advice, and they always tell me, like, I'm such an introvert. I don't really know how to make a conversation or, how to talk to people in an engaging way. And I'm like, you just have to be yourself,
Yeah.
you just have
Yeah.
to go for it. And I was always like, it's kind of funny because when I was younger, I was a lot more shy and I was a lot more introverted. But then I got into theater and I just became fearless and I found myself and it
That's
allowed me to
awesome.
express who I was. So I guess just, go for it. Don't be afraid. And I definitely see it as a long-term career for sure, especially if you work for such a great company that cares for you and if you're really passionate about the company itself. I think it makes a big
Definitely.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just feel like social media is not going anywhere. I
No.
mean, there's always going to be
Definitely not.
things like going down, and then new things are going to be popping up. So I just feel like,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
can make a career out of it. I know I'm going to try
Totally.
to, like, with just posting and like getting brand deals and stuff like that. Like,
Yes.
I mean,
Get
that
that
stuff
money.
helps. Oh,
Yeah.
no, exactly.
Totally.
And even just
it's
something like
crazy.
this, you know?
Yeah, exactly. There's TikTok and there used to be Vine and now TikTok's a huge thing and it's just going to keep evolving and it's going to keep innovating over time for sure. Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, let's see. What do you do? I ask all my podcast guests this
Yeah.
question.
Ooh,
So
I
like
love
what's super important to me is just like trying to find a healthy work-life balance. I mean, you're working super hard kind of constantly, I feel like. You know what I mean? You're like always just working.
Yes.
Because with these events and stuff, I mean, we got events every night, pretty much. Like here, I mean,
Oh
we've
my
had
gosh.
yeah, we've had like food
Wow.
here every night this week, like food trucks and stuff like they brought, and yeah, tonight
What?
and tomorrow too. Yeah,
That's sick. Oh
so
my
it's
gosh.
crazy. I don't know, but I just know that there's a lot
Good.
of like work that goes on behind the scenes, like you and Kate and all these other people, but
Yes.
Jenna and
yes.
everything. But
Yeah.
anyway, so you're constantly working. What do you do
Mm.
on your time to yourself? Like what do you do to find that healthy work-life balance? For me, it's like I like to read a book or light a candle and just go for a run or whatever it may be. What is your
gosh.
time to find that peace?
That's such a
Disconnect
good
little bit.
question. I love disconnect from connect.
Right.
I like
for
that.
just a little bit.
just a little brief moment in time here. Yeah, that's such a good question. I'm such an open book, but I would say to really find that peace, I really love to do yoga. I love yoga.
Nice.
I love working out. I love staying active and being adventurous. It really just, I feel like it's such a serotonin booster for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really see, especially with hiking and traveling, like, I love seeing the world and what's outside of my bubble, if that makes
Yes.
sense. It really
Yeah.
gives me that peace and satisfaction in my soul to see how beautiful the world is. Yeah,
Yeah. And as an introvert, you said you used to be a lot more introverted. Do you still consider yourself to be an introvert?
I would say I'm like an extroverted introvert in a way. Like I get a lot of energy when I'm around people, but I also love that balance of having time to myself and really, like you said, like finding that peace within myself and really allowing myself to stay grounded at the same time. So I'm like a good
Right.
balance of both for sure.
I think I am too. I mean, like,
I love
I
that.
do love to be around like my friends and stuff like that, but there's also time where I'm like, I have to have some alone time just
Yes.
to gather myself, you know
My
what
thoughts.
I mean? Yeah.
Because it's like, I love being on the go, but you really need to have that time to really just breathe. You have to breathe and just really take that time to yourself as well. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, man, I love my friends too, but you gotta have that ground time for sure. It's so
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. So do you still do like, besides the Kenect stuff and like that kind of social media, and I'm sure you do a lot of editing and things like that too.
Yes.
Do you still do any of your own like personal filming or editing or like or anything like that?
Oh my
Acting?
gosh. Yeah, I did. You know, it's really funny. I have a really funny story. So
Please share.
I used to, so in high school, I became obsessed with YouTubers and I had a lot of time to make my own content at the time until I started, you know, getting out of my shell more and getting more confidence about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I would always use YouTube as an outlet to express myself. And I found this YouTuber named Kingsley and
Oh,
he would,
yeah.
yeah, you
remember
know
him.
him? Yes. Oh, I loved him so much.
Well,
He
we're the
was so
same
funny.
age, and we kind of come from the same. I was an internet kid like that too. So.
Oh my God, you probably know like Tyra Oakley and
Oh, yeah.
Shane Dawson and all of the old OG
Oh, yeah.
YouTubers and everybody.
yes.
Yeah, but I would always make content and he inspired me to kind of make this personality where I would like be very blunt and roast people. So what I did, I went to a Christian high school and I would like roast all my teachers and all the students there and
Iconic.
everyone would watch the videos and I would continue to do that and I still to this day don't know how I didn't get in trouble.
Well, because it was funny, probably, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, as long as it's funny and
was.
not, like, cruel, then yeah. But-
Yeah, one of my teachers threatened, well, she didn't threaten me, but she was like, if you make a video about me, you're gonna be sorry. And I was like, what you gonna do? You gonna give me an
Right.
F? Like, what's going on, girl? But she was like, no, worse. And I was like, oh, I don't really want to know, but okay, I'll keep that in mind. I won't
Right.
roast you then. So,
so funny.
yeah, I definitely, I had a lot more time back then, but I definitely have been in the back of my mind. I really miss doing that kind of thing. So I'm probably going to make more TikToks and funny, YouTube videos or vlogs or, whatever my heart desires. So I definitely
Yeah.
miss that part about myself. So I'm going to get into
Oh,
it.
yeah. You
Kind of want to be like an
should.
influencer again.
Yeah.
I want to be like those Nashville influencers that are like foodies and go to different restaurants and like, talk about the business and bring them more exposure to my followers and be like, hey,
Right.
I'm here at this coffee shop,
Yeah. Oh, I
So
love
maybe I'll
those.
do that. Yeah, me too. Maybe one day. We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that'd be
find that
fun.
balance. Yeah.
I think you should. I think that'd be a really good way for you to just get back into that kind of
Thank
creative
you.
thing that you used to love. I mean, like part
Yeah.
of life and something that I've been thinking about lately too is just like trying to go back to what used to make me so happy.
Yes.
Which was
Yes.
like whatever, whether it's like a TV show or
Yes.
YouTube or just being creative or whatever. Like do something for
Absolutely.
myself for once, without worrying about
Totally.
anybody else or whatever.
Totally.
So like, yeah, I've been really trying to think about that. But
So important for
yeah,
sure.
that's fun. I've been thinking like I want to do a YouTube channel too. Like I have a YouTube channel, but it's like mostly just like singing and stuff. But like,
Are you
I don't
kidding?
know.
You
I
would
miss,
kill
like,
it.
I would love to, but
Yeah.
it's just so much time.
It's a
and
lot of work. It's a lot. You can
To
always hire an
edit and-
assistant.
I know. I'm like, Keely, can you come? help me?"
Yes! Oh my god, seriously. Like, if you ever want to do that one day, I will seriously help you. I know I have a
Okay.
lot on my plate already, but
Yeah.
since we both kind of like have that drive to make content, I'm like, girl, I'll help you anytime.
Right. We'll discuss it. We'll discuss it. Yeah.
Yes, totally. I'm in. Totally.
What does the future of Keely Ray look like? Just tell me what you think it looks like.
Oh my gosh, that's
I know,
such a
deep
good question. I
but,
love
like,
it. Yes.
I just want to know what you think the next. I don't know what's it looking like for you as far as your life, your career, goals, whatever.
Yeah, that's such an amazing question. I love when people ask like, what do you see yourself in 5 years or 10 years or so? I honestly just being happy and, really loving myself and enjoying my life still, and I really just want to continue to grow as a person. I think growth is so important and vital to life, and, really enjoying time with my partner who I just adore so much. Shout out
Aw.
to my babe, Matt. Yes, I'm really excited for, future opportunities, and I really just want to continue growing and finding myself and, really doing well for me personally and professionally. I think that's just the main goal for me, honestly.
Hey, I love that. Just
Yeah.
peace, happiness.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
same here. I don't know what it looks like, but
I love that.
I just want to be successful and happy. Yeah.
Yes,
for
that's all
sure.
that matters, As long
Right.
as you're happy, who cares?
Exactly.
That's what I
Well,
tell
thank
people.
you so much for doing the podcast. It was a
Thank
pleasure to have
you.
you on. I always love talking to you.
Same.
Would you be able to
Best.
give us a shout out? Like, tell us your social media, where people can find you.
Yes.
And, yeah, go ahead.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. So you guys can follow us, of course, at Kenect Nashville on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and TikTok, and all the fun ones, and also Kenect Phoenix as well. We have all the socials on there. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Kiwi Keelers on Instagram.
Kiwi, Kiwi.
Yes, like the fruit. Yeah.
Kiwi Keelers. Oh, that's so
The
cute.
Kiwi Keelers,
Okay.
yes.
Well, be sure to check out Keely. Be sure to check out Kenect Nashville, Kenect Phoenix. And then you can follow me
Yes.
everywhere at Zach. And yeah, that's it. From all of us here at Connect the Dots podcast, we want to say thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye,
See you
guys.